Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please invite your friends and let us have a good time together. You know, each time we make videos, the Muslims, they leave a comment, and we find that that comment is most funny, hilarious. I will show you examples of those comments so we can laugh together. And this is why I call it bankruptcy. Like the last video, we spoke about the God of Islam speaking about how Muslim he will have sexual intercourse with the virgins in heaven, with details which is disgusting. What the Muslims answer us? What is the response? 1 + 1 + 1 is equal to 1. What the other one say? Your Bible support that. And then, you know, they start quoting for you verses from the Old Testament. Prince of Peace command killing. You know, I mean, it's really funny and stupid. Okay, isn't your God who accept that God, he sponsored Noah and he killed all mankind who don't accept what Noah asked them to believe in? Isn't it your prophet, he says, kill their children because they are one of them? Isn't it your Quran in the chapter of the cave speaking about a child who did not commit any sin, and your God, Allah, he ordered Al-Khadr to kill him? I mean, the hypocrisy of the Muhammadan is amazing. Those are in war, and they are doing the same as they do to the enemy did to them. So here you see the hypocrisy. The enemy did not kill the children of the Muslims. The enemy did not even slaughter the Muslims. You see, the Muslims, they give us history saying that the Prophet was kicked out of his town, and even they tried to kill him. There is no proof of that. It's a big fat lie. Muhammad, he left with all his animals, all his and his servants and his slaves. You cannot smuggle all of that. According to Muslims themselves, 70 people left. How 70 people live together and nobody noticed in a small little tiny village? So your prophet is a gang caravan leader attacking his own people. At least this is a war between two nations, and the other nations want to kill the Jews, want to enslave them. And then you will see they start posting for your comment. Look at this guy. He's quoting for us this chapter from the Quran. And supposedly this is the wise Muslim between the Muslims. So he's quoting for us this chapter. But sadly, he did not notice that this verse he's quoting for us is full of hypocrisy from his prophet. How is that? If we go to the Quran, it says, Allah said to Muhammad supposedly, say, O people of the book, come to our common terms as between us and you. But we don't have any terms between us and you. You see, just to show you that we have nothing, look at that. Look at the name of the chapter. Alo Imran. Who is Imran? The father of Mary. Who is Mary? Who her father is Imran? My friend, in order that we have things to share, I mean, at least tell your prophet to quote the name correctly. Who is this man? His name is Imran. He is the father of Mary, and it happened that Mary in the Quran, Maryam, is the sister of Aaron. And it happened that the father of Aaron is Imran. So you foolish prophet think that Mary, she is the daughter of Imran, which is the father of Moses and Aaron. So in order for those people to come and have something to share with Muhammad, I mean, this guy cannot even quote a name correctly. You see, sometimes I make mistakes in English because English is not my first language, right? Okay, no problem. But to make a mistake, making the father of Imran the father of Aaron and Moses, and Maryam, their sister. Yes, is the stupid Muhammad, he heard from the Jews that Aaron and Moses, they have a sister, her name is Maryam. Exactly the name as written in Arabic in the Quran. So Muhammad, he took that as a proof that Jesus is the nephew of Moses. Nice to meet you, Muhammad. So when you say that Muhammad, and you quote for me this verse, you show me that this is stupid, because first of all, here it says, and we don't associate one partner with him, and we erect not among ourselves lords and patrons. But none of the Christians take any human as a lord. We don't. You see, it says one of us. He's not talking about Jesus here. So this is a lie, and this is stupid. Not a single Christian worship a priest. So how we can have common sense together? Right? So you can tell right away that Muhammad is a joker. And then he says, don't worship anyone beside Allah. Who is Allah? You see, we challenge all the Muslims who they are listening, or they will listen later, to tell us who is this Allah. I mean, shouldn't Muhammad even give us definition who is Allah? The Muslims do not know what Allah means. What the word Allah means, they don't know. If you go and read Islamic article about the root of Allah, some they say to you it's coming from the word Ilah, but Ilah means God. Okay. So what is the name of your God? You don't know? You didn't know. Who is he? They don't know. How he look like? They don't know. What he is? They don't know. Did Muhammad speak to him? No. Did Muhammad see him? No. Did Muhammad even hear his fart? No. So when you ask the Christians to come and believe in the God which you believe in, shouldn't you tell them who is this God? And then if we go to the verse after it, you know, it shows you that the one who wrote the Quran is not only a fraud, is stupid. Look at this. Ye people of the book, why dispute ye about Abraham when the law and the gospel were revealed till after him? Unbelievable. Look at this logic. The one who came after, he cannot dispute about the one before. Wonderful. That's why Muhammad cannot dispute with the Christians. I mean, can you see a stupidity more than this? Now what the Muslim will post for me? He will post for me a comment saying, Lut, he have sex with his daughter. What do we have to do with Lut? The Bible mentioned people commit sin, commit crimes. This is the book of honesty. And you Muslims, you say the Jews corrupted the Bible. If they corrupted the Bible, they will take those things off. This is not God. He said to Lut and his daughter sleep together. If I sleep with somebody, what God have to do with it? Then the Bible will say, Christian Prince, he did that. Stupidity is amazing. Look at this stupidity in front of you. The one who comes after Abraham, he cannot dispute about Abraham. Isn't it Muhammad the last one? That means he cannot dispute. He cannot dispute with the Jews. He cannot dispute with the Christian. Based on this sentence, the Christian cannot dispute with the Jews, and the Muslims cannot dispute with the Christians and with the Jews. And supposedly now Muhammad is giving them the answer and the solution. Yeah, for the Muslims, Lut is he's a prophet. You know, anyone in Islam is a prophet. Alexander the Great is a prophet. Luqman is a prophet. Luqman is a prophet. Who is Luqman? Do you know even who is Luqman? You don't know. No. And then they say, one of them actually, let me show you the comment. I mean, they go to Islamic website and they start posting articles. Let us see. I mean, look, this guy, he posted the same comment 1 million times. Look, as an example, Jesus, he come to bring peace by the sword. Go read the verse. Jesus never killed anyone. I mean, listen, if you Muslims against a statement that Jesus, he brought peace and he used a sword, then you should be honest with yourself and you should spit at your prophet. Jesus did not use any sword. In fact, when the soldiers came to arrest him, Jesus, he restored the ear of the soldier, for it was cut by a sword. Imagine the soldier is coming to arrest Jesus, yet Jesus, he put his ear back. Can you name for me one person Jesus he killed in the Bible, or any of the disciples they kill anyone? No. So what sword you are talking about? Coward. And as long as you are talking about the one who will restore by the sword, why you don't pause the verses out? I mean, why this verse only? Because the verses after will expose you. The sword will be in us. People will hate us. People will kill us. Even your father will go against you. Your mother will go against you. Your sister will go against you. Your family. Liars, they have no shame. But as long as you are ashamed of Jesus, the one who come with the piece of sword, as you are claiming, are you ashamed of your prophet, saying, I've been victorious by terror from a distance of 1 month journey? Are you? Sure not. But you know that your prophet is a terrorist. And because you know that your prophet is a terrorist, you will not be happy unless you try to make Jesus like a terrorist, when he is not. Jesus says, love your enemy. What Muhammad said, look at this. I haven't given something, five things. It says giving 5 fours. This is not true. What is, you know, I have been helped by terror in the heart of the enemy. Really? Yeah, this is the truth. I've been victorious by terror by a distance of 1 month journey. You see, all of this hadith about your prophet being a terrorist. The spoil of war made lawful for me. Yeah. I have been supported with fear while I was sleeping. I mean, look how peaceful he is. Even when he is sleeping, he is terrifying people. What a beast. What a scumbag. So when a Muslims, he try to quote for us something from the Bible, obviously is a bankruptcy, because all of us, we knew what they are posting have nothing to do with the topic. Jesus never killed anyone, never was a terrorist, and he taught us if a Muslim he hit your right cheek, give him the other one. But because we understand the nature of Muslims, for me, I will never let Muslims do that to me, and I will tell you why. Because if you go in the Quran, the Quran says that Allah, he put humiliation on us. And because of that, because Allah, he put humiliation on us, Muslims, they have the right to humiliate us. So when you let a Muslim humiliate you, he believed that Allah, he made you be submissive, peaceful in front of a Muslim, so he can kill you, according to the Quran. You know what I mean? So when the Quran speak about such a thing, let us show you some reference. This evil book. This is why when the Muhammadan, when they see someone like Christian Prince, they say, is that what the Christ taught you? Is that what Christ taught you? They make fun of you for Jesus says, love your enemy. But the second you start spanking them, they say, is that what the Christ taught you? They cry day and night, say, hey, you follow Jesus, you stupid idiot. He is not God, he is nobody. Muhammad, he don't even deserve to buckle the shoes of Muhammad. And then The second you start hitting hard, they say to you, is that what Jesus taught you? Yes, this is what Jesus taught me. Jesus taught me that if somebody is evil, try to show him that this is evil in a peaceful way. But he never said you can beat me. Never said that I will let you humiliate me. In fact, hypocrisy in Islam is amazing. As an example, Turkey is a country of 100 million population. In the heart of Turkey, there's a three American forces base. That is a humiliation for any nation. That is even humiliation to Germany, because that means you need the protection of somebody. The Quran says in chapter 5 verse 51, take not Christians and Jews as a friends. And the one who take them as a friends, he is one of them. And yet you Muslims using taqiyya, seeking the protection of Donald J. Trump and his money, so you became subdued. Based on Qatar. Qatar is the biggest fund, like supply of the Muslim Brotherhood. But the biggest base of the American is in Qatar. Is that your Quran or this is my book? You see, all those who they live in the West, like Mimi and Fifi and Susu, all those girls, they live in the West, and the Quran says to them clearly, take not Christians and Jews as a friends. And the one who take them as a friend, he is one of them. So why they take them as a friends? They are not taking them as a friends. They are using taqiyya, but the fact that even taqiyya will not work. Because they pay tax. Because they obey the queen. Because when they took their passport, they took an oath. They took what? They took an oath. How Allah, He want to spread hatred and enmity between the Christians, and then you see a Muhammadan in a speaker corner saying, Islam love everybody, and Islam, want Christians to know that we know Islam is not terrorism, and Allah, He want to save them. Is that your Quran? And actually, this verse proving that Allah is the devil himself, literally. Huh? Is that your Quran or this is my book? And this is verse number 51. The evil of Allah is revealed. O who you believe, take not the Jews and Christians for your friends and protectors. Even the Quran forbids Muslims from taking their own parents as a friends or being good and loving for them if they are not Muslims. Yet when they make speeches, they speak differently. You go and see any Muslim who go on TV, like Yasser Qadhi. Yasser Qadhi, he sit with James White, claiming that he is the duck. Quack, 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 quack. And James White, the idiot, he said to him, I cannot imagine what happened to you as a Muslim when you go in airplane. Supposedly they are discriminated, which is not true. Actually, it's the opposite. It's us. An Arab Christian like me is discriminated because of Muslims. When I go in airline, because now they think anyone who is an Arab is a terrorist. And they have the right to think so. I mean, look around you. Who is Osama bin Laden is an Arab? Who is Muhammad is an Arab? Who is Al-Zarqawi is an Arab? Who is the founder of even terrorist parties which exist in Indonesia? The founder of it is an Arab. The biggest party is called Hizb ut-Tahrir. Who is the founder of it is an Arab. Who is the founder of Muslim Brotherhood is an Arab. So in order to answer us about the stupidity of their book, they start posting verses have nothing to do with what we are talking. Like now, we are saying, what we are showing you here, that you cannot even be a friend to your own parents, to your mother, to your father, to your child, to your sister, just because they are not Muslims. You will not find any people who believe in Allah and the last day loving those who resist Allah and His Messenger. You go hear any speech Muslims they make trying to promote Islam, they speak the opposite. They will not quote this verse. Right? So always the comments the Muslims they bring us is far away from the topic we are talking about. Now, I want to hear from a Muslim. If there is any Muslim here who would like to say to us something to prove us wrong. If there is any Muslim who would like to prove me wrong. Oh, I remember. There's a guy. He come in our comment section, and he say, "I am 17 and I know Islam is the truth." This guy, I assure you, is like maybe 60. I'm 17 and I know Islam is the truth. And this is the say he say every day. A troll. A troll. I'm 17. I know Islam is the truth. You are 17 what? 17 moon? Right? Let us show you another comment. CP, you believe God which eat, using toilet, washing feet, and disciple and feet of disciple of that God? First of all, I don't know where you get that he used a toilet. I didn't see anywhere that he did. If you can show me, show me. I will learn from you. Secondly, my friend, so here you see the stupidity of the cult. It's called Muhammadan. Muhammadan, they say to us that angels don't eat. But then we see that Harut and Marut, they come down to the earth and they have sex with women and they drunk wine and they eat. Muhammadan, they say to us that God cannot eat. Well, if a God cannot eat, we cannot be God. If there is something impossible for God, that means it's impossible for Him to be God. Correct, guys? If you say to me, that's impossible for God even to sleep, that means there's something He cannot do. If you say He cannot eat, that means there's something impossible for Him to do. So my God, everything is possible for Him. Your God is not. Number two, well, all what you notice that Jesus cannot eat, but you did not notice that Jesus can make the blind see, the dead alive. He healed the leper just by touching the person. He can tell you what you hide in your houses. And He is alive until now. All of this is a man. Look, you are trying to prove to me that Jesus is just a man. He's just a man, he just eat. But a man who normally eat, he die and he never come back until judgment day, until God resurrect him again, right? A normal man, he cannot stay without food for 40 days like what Jesus did. Can you? You Muslim, you fast Ramadan, which is nothing but a joke. You spend the night eating, you spend the day sleeping. And not only that, all of you on Ramadan, you gain weight. The Messiah, He fasted from food for 40 days non-stop. Period. Can you do that? Can a human being do that? Here we go, He eat. Even though He come in the flesh of a man, which have needs. This is the flesh need to eat, not God. So the hypocrisy of the Muhammadan, they remind you about Jesus, He eat. But where does Muhammadan get this stupid logic from? This is from the stupid Quran.